It was the day after he like yelled at me, calling me, "You're not the donut guy." Like, yeah, because I'm the donut queen.
Oh,
like,
man.
Right. Like, it was so perfect. I was like,
You're
"That's
not
my
the donut
first
queen.
It's only right. It's only
I was
right.
like,
Welcome back to another episode of the Bowie Podcast. We got your boys,
It's Ken in the building. What's
Ken
poppin'?
Qualms.
Yeah.
You already know Jesse Bowie Fitness, and we have Worcester's finest, Champagne Mommy, the Donut Holes,
Yeah.
homies. Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
man.
I fucked that up. I got
I
nervous.
thought you just said donut hose. I'm like, wait. what?
Holes. I meant holes. Yeah. Hayleigh Noel.
Hey, Noel.
What's poppin'? How are you?
Great.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
joining
having
us.
me on
No,
the
no
show.
doubt.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No
You
doubt.
can let go.
Stop it.
How you doing today?
Good. Busy. Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Life.
Life.
Oh man.
Good. We're
Here you
chilling.
are. It's
Nah,
tough.
smooth.
Entrepreneur life.
Entrepreneur
Always
life.
something. There's
Yeah.
never a day off.
Never a day off.
Man, so what? You had a busy week so far already?
Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday are my days off.
Oh, okay.
So weekends are a lot busier. Sundays, I'm like dead. So I literally got home yesterday, slept the whole night,
Nah.
woke up early today, and then kind of have to get everything done on my Mondays and Tuesdays because those are the only days I have like really free.
Mhm.
So like I said, grind never stops.
Man.
Never.
What does like planning though for that kind of entail, or is it kind of like all over the place for you? Would you say?
Honestly, I'm honest. So, I do a lot of things all over the place because I've never owned a business. I'm 23 years old, so like I didn't have any experience with this. So I'm learning as I go. So that
Word.
obviously, of course, includes craziness
No.
and kind of just being like all over the place sometimes. But we're getting there. We're getting organized. Slowly but surely, we'll get there.
Nah. I assume you're referring to the team, right? You and
Yeah,
the
the team, the Donut homies, and I.
It's only right. It's only right.
No, that's crazy. You got your own little team.
I know.
Grinding. I seen
Yeah.
all over Instagram and all that.
I just got a intern from Johnson and Wales too. They chose Donut Homies to intern with, so that's kind of cool. I never had an intern, so like I said,
Intern.
I'm learning. I was like, go.
That's
So,
fire.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's been
word.
dope.
Okay. Wow. An intern. Oh man. So
How
like,
does-
yeah. What are they gonna be doing?
Basically, so it's kind of cool because it's unpaid, but me, I'm very nice, so I'm gonna of course hook it up, but
free donuts and whatnot.
yeah,
You
free
know?
donuts, and then I'll eventually put him on paid. But for now, like while he's learning, it's good to just have someone like on paid that can just really, they're obviously interested in this line of work, so that's what they're going to school for, that's what they want to do, so they're very passionate about it. And it's so hard finding people to work for you that are actually passionate. Like I try to find people like me, and it's so hard because people, they're just looking for money, they're just looking for a job, they don't really want to do what I'm doing and like make it look like something that they're proud of, so
Okay.
having someone from like a school like that, Johnson and Wales, and someone that's actually passionate about baking is a lot different, and you can tell with how they work. So I'm excited for him. He's been learning. There's only 2 people who know the Donut Homies recipe, and it's him now.
Wow.
And then
really?
not including me. So there's 3, I guess. Me, one of my main employees who is like a second me, and then this intern. So
Wow.
Krabby Patty formula.
That's what I'm saying. That's the real. That's the real Krabby Patty formula.
Yeah, I had my laptop open. She was going through my shit. I was like, "Yo, chill out." Like,
I don't know. See,
Nah.
I
The
don't
Krabby
know.
Yeah,
Patty
Very
formula.
observant. I look at everything.
Nah.
respect that about the same
Surroundings, you
time.
gotta.
Alright, so now what I'd say with that though is like, how are you going about hiring then prior to that, if that's the case? Were you just like kind of family and friends or whatever? Or
Well, in the beginning, I was hiring a lot of friends because before I started the business, I was doing a lot of social media marketing. So I added part of marketing is adding new people every day. So I'm like maxed out on my Facebook friends. So I use that mostly for my promoting and stuff. So like with the hiring process, I just needed employees fast. So in the beginning, I went on Facebook and hired a few friends, Facebook friends. Then I slowly started to realize like that is not the way to go because they do not look at you, especially being a young woman, like they don't look at you like you're the boss, basically, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to, especially sometimes like I hired a couple people that were older than me, and it's like they kind of like don't really take you as serious. So I've learned to not hire any more friends and strictly
keep it business?
Yeah, it's got to stay
You
business
have to.
because I don't play when it comes to my business, and especially with the second opening, like I need to make sure everything is going down right, and I can't have anyone, playing games. So
Nah, word.
The
At
second-
23, that's so smooth to see, though,
crazy.
for sure. Like, that's beautiful. I'm proud of you, honestly.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, man. To think, like, all those times I seen you in the marketplace, whatever. Yeah, wow. Okay.
There's a lot of work that
Yeah,
goes
goes in,
behind
yeah.
closed doors. I gotta do a
Yeah.
video of what we go through every day. So, that's why when people come in, they like complain about pricing, like small business prices, especially at the market. Like this city is growing into like a tourist like attraction basically.
Yeah.
So prices are gonna go up, especially next to the ballpark. And like I said, we're all small businesses. We all work very hard. Me specifically, I'm there every morning making fresh donuts. There's never a day we sell like a day-old donut or anything. So we're there every single morning working hard, like blood, sweat, and tears. So people come in and they try to, complain about whatever they got to complain
Of
about.
course they're gonna
There's
complain.
always something, literally always something. So,
Literally.
yeah.
Wow. Yes. Honestly, I've known you for a grip. We started from the gutters.
Throwback.
Oh man, we started as bussers at a restaurant, and we like basically worked our way up to serving.
I think I was 16. When did you start right away?
I started when I was 18.
But so basically went right.
Literally.
Like right after I started.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was 16, you were 18, little
That was
buzzers.
crazy. And look at us now.
I
Honestly,
know.
you're killing it.
Thank you.
Well, just going back a little bit. What do you mean the second opening?
Yeah, so I'm planning on opening a second location downtown
Word.
Worcester. And we're doing we have a lot of exciting ideas that I want to put forward into this business, because right now I'm working in such a tiny shop and I have so many different demands and I have so many ideas that I want to do that I can't really do in such a tiny spot. So I'm excited for this second opening. I have a bunch of collaborations that I got planned out that are really exciting. Can't wait to drop those. And then but we're gonna push off I think I was gonna say like November for the opening, but I'm definitely gonna push it back a little because I don't want to rush it. Like I said, we have a lot of ideas going into it, and I want to take my sweet time with it and maybe wait till after the holidays, because holidays get crazy, especially at the market. So I want to focus on that first. But yeah.
Hell yeah!
Congratulations,
awesome.
man.
Congrats.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. No, you're killing it. You're killing it. Such prime spots too. I'm not gonna say where the second spot's gonna be. But,
oh wow! Looking at the first space, right? I feel like it's prime because like essentially you have, you're able to push out your product. You know what I'm saying? But the cost of like having the space is a lot essentially more efficient, right? Than having a bigger spot to begin with.
Start to get your business growing. That's why I like the market, because it's really good for that, like businesses that are just starting out.
They did a really good job with that place.
They
really
did.
Out the cut,
Because
killed it.
in LA they have a bunch of those. You've been to LA? Oh
no.
Well, LA they have like a lot of those things because it's nicer in LA. People like to be outside, and so that I love. That's why I chose the market, because when I moved to LA is when they were starting to build it. So when I came back, I had no idea what it was. I like saw it one day, like did a little walkthrough. I was like, oh, this is like really dope. It's just like LA. So that's kind of where the idea came from. That was the first spot that I mentioned as soon as like I was reported and had to find a spot to work in. That was the first place I messaged, because I really liked what they were doing, and they're constantly including and adding more businesses. And I like how it's so culturally, what's the word? I don't know, different. Like they have so many. They have so many, like over 20 different vendors from all over the place, food, retail. So I really respect that, and I love that kind of idea around it. So, yeah.
No, that's fine.
No, that's really cool.
So going back to as far as like traveling, right? In order to see all of that, I feel like it's very like it's necessary at this age. That's just something that I started to see a whole lot of things like in moving around and stuff. And my girls always said that we should go to LA, but I keep tripping, but
We're supposed to go to LA one day.
It's very inspirational, especially for like creators and artists and entrepreneurs. Which Massachusetts is getting a lot better with that too.
We're coming up.
We're coming up for sure.
Everybody goes to Cali though. Everybody.
Nah.
But but some people come back, and like me, like they come back and they bring some of that
energy
over here,
back.
and you know what I'm saying, kind of like uplift and inspire. Like there's like not a day that goes by that people like message me telling me that I've inspired them to do this and that. Like, and that like gives me goosebumps, and literally the reason why I continue to get up every day. Even on my worst days, I have to get up and open my store. Like, and I do it because of these people. Like, there's people that literally rely on me and come to see and get donuts, and like that makes their day. Like, that's like the highlight of their day, and that to me is like amazing. So I'm excited to bring a little bit of the Cali vibe and but like you said, you have to travel to kind of get that inspiration, like outside of your city.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you know how people are in your hometown.
Crabs
like they don't always support you from the get. So you kind of got to step outside the box and, like you said, travel and see how everyone else is doing and kind of get inspiration from everywhere. So I'm glad I did that because.
Where as far as that goes, so like, what would you say? Going back to like working on your worst days, whatever, right? So it's like, what's your why then? What's the reason why you do everything that you do?
Like I said, just from the people, my regulars coming in and the connections I've made with so many customers and the respect people give me and the amount of people that I inspire that are my age now that are actually like creating their own businesses and doing things literally because I put it out there and show people that you don't have to be a certain age, you don't have to be a certain whatever, like you don't have to know what you're doing. I didn't know anything about donuts. I just ate them. Like I literally had no idea how to make them. Like I love to cook always, but like, and I'm a learner. Like I can learn anything and I try to teach myself. So it's like you can start nowhere and make it into something. Like you just gotta work at it. You gotta learn and find something that you're passionate about and then take it as far as you can. So all
right, I appreciate that answer, but I mean, like before that, like there had to be a moment where I was
why did I pick donuts?
No, like why did you like decide to essentially be an entrepreneur, take on this life? Like
I think honestly, I was born an entrepreneur because even when I was little, even before high school. Like I remember when I was young, and I don't remember a lot of things when I was younger, but I used to be one of those kids that would sell lemonade on the street. I used to run a candy shop out of my bedroom at like 8 years old, and only my parents and stuff would buy for me. But it's like I would literally go to the candy store, stock up on candy, and like resell it for like $1. You know how they used to be cheap back then. You go to the candy store. I don't know. I've always been like a hustler, and I'm very independent. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being told like what to do. Like I'm not good with.
Don't?
You've worked with me. I don't like it. Just the way everyone was raised a certain way, and the way I was raised is like now that I'm of age to make my own decisions, like that's all I want to do. Like I don't want anyone trying to dictate what I can and can't do in my life. So that just made me always want to be my own whatever boss or whatever it was gonna be. But when I moved back to home here from Cali, I had moved back just to come visit and like kind of like regain. I put myself in so much debt in California. I had to come back, recharge, take a little break, and I was gonna go back to LA. But as soon as I moved back, maybe 2 months later, COVID hit. Because this was 2020. I moved back January 2020 and COVID hit in March. So it was only 2 months, and I had already had a waitressing job set up when I came back. So as soon as I came back in January, I was waitressing for those 2 months, and then all the restaurants shut down because of COVID. So then I lost my job. At that point, I was renting a townhouse in Worcester. I keep hitting this. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I told you I talk with my hands.
I know.
I was renting a townhouse, and I had to, because I lost my waitressing job, I had to move back with. And so at that point I didn't have a job and I didn't know what else to do because all I knew was like waitressing, and that's what I like to do because that's where the money was at. So I quickly started thinking of something I can do from home. And at that point too, I was in California, I was doing the social media marketing, so I had that experience already, which had grown my following like times 10 in those like few months that I was in LA. And so I just used that and started I was like doing food and like treats and selling them online. And I guess the donuts are just one thing that stuck because Worcester doesn't have a lot of like handmade, like artisan gourmet donuts, you know what I'm saying? So and like I said, in California it inspired me because they have donut shops on every corner. I was literally living right next to one, always in there. Crazy donuts, crazy very cool donuts. So that idea was already in my head, so I wanted to try to make my own donuts from home one day, and that just ended up taking off in a matter of weeks, literally. So then I did a certain thing that I also learned from social media marketing, where I made these business cards from the very beginning. This is what I tell people. Everyone's like, how did your business blow up so fast? This is what I tell people. I had business cards from the very beginning, and with every order on the business card, it said to tag us in a video or tag us in a picture to... What?
He said write that down.
Write that down.
Tag us in a picture for a chance to win a free donut box, and I would do like a giveaway every single month of like 6 donuts. So everybody that got an order, like, of course you're gonna want free donuts.
Right.
Like, why not? For a picture, like I'm taking a picture. In LA, there was this bar we went to, and they said tag us in a picture, free shot. I'm in there, okay?
Tag them every day.
Word.
10
burgers.
Word.
Everyone was
That's
taking pictures of my
crazy.
donuts. So
Word.
weeks, not even a month later, my donuts were everywhere. And like, that's just how I became the donut girl. Like everybody knew me as the donut girl. Like, so it's crazy what marketing can do.
Yeah,
really.
see, I wanted to get a bit into that because that's a bit of.
It's really,
that's
once
what
you have
gets
the
me
following,
going.
you can sell anything. Literally anything.
Man. Okay. So one thing that you said that you did. No, that's smooth. But one thing that you said was the cards, right? And then also the picture thing, and then the giveaway. I take those 3 things away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but is there anything else that you would say is really crucial as
For
far
marketing?
as like, yeah?
So another big thing that we constantly were doing was, like I said, adding people every day, new faces to your networks, because the same people are going to be seeing your posts all the time. Some are going to buy, some are going to not, some are going to scroll by every day. But if you're constantly adding new people, that's new clientele all the time. Even if they're just sharing it, then they share it to their new friend list. Like, it adds up a lot. It really does.
Right.
And you got to stay, like, consistent, and you got to be very interactive with your followers so that they know, like, you're a real person. Like, when I was doing marketing, some people that saw my followers are like, is this girl real? Like, yeah, you got to be yourself. As you be yourself. No matter what, I've always been myself. Like, I've never changed. And a lot of people don't like that. But you know what? Like I said, I'm 23 years old still. So I can't go changing who I am to try to fit in with the professionalism and all that. Like, I'm me, and I'm not ever going to change. So that's why people, like, mess with me and my product. Like, because I'm a real person. And that's just how you do it, That's just how it goes.
That's all it is.
Nah, that's weird. Okay.
2 things. I forgot the second thing. Can you turn off your phone?
I was gonna say that
it's going
too.
off?
Yeah. You haven't heard it? That's why you're late to like everything.
Oh my god, sorry. You've heard it?
Yeah, twice.
Okay.
We're gonna edit that part out, obviously, but I want to say
I'm
that.
gonna keep it raw.
I don't
That's
care.
it. That's it.
Hotline bringing it.
I'm not switching up because of her.
Be yourself. Be yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's clutch though. I appreciate you being transparent about that.
Yeah,
It's pretty clutch information. And I hope the viewers definitely take that into account as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Writing down notes.
There's a lot of gems in there for sure.
Real. I'm real and raw. Like, I'm telling you, that's how my business blew up. And it's really a lot about marketing nowadays in this day and age. Social media, like, you can see the difference. Like, I'm not gonna say any names, but like in the market, you can tell who doesn't do like advertising and things like that. Like, they don't do as well. Like, we do really well because we're on social media. I had to hire my own social media person because, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I've gotten the way I'm at. Like, and I need to stay consistent, and because I'm getting so busy with everything else. Like, the social media is like the last thing on my mind right now. So I had to hire like a professional to actually take care of all of that and answer messages and organize everything, because I'm not the most organized person.
All right. One thing that I was discussing though some time ago, as far as like for growth, it's kind of necessary to fire yourself from certain jobs, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, like, just putting someone else in place, right? I talked to my team, essentially, obviously my brother over here, and then my wife and a couple other people. Like, we really go through, and I feel moving forward, that's kind of a clutch way to go, right? Where you take the job and just put someone else in place and be like, yo, you do this, and then
the responsibility.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you find that makes things a bit easier, or is it like personality wise, dealing with people and like what they come with? What do you feel is a better route in the beginning? Like, what would you say?
Wait, I'm confused. Can you
Like,
reword the question?
So every time you bring somebody,
I couldn't even.
my fault.
Okay, sorry, no.
My fault. All right, so like firing yourself from a certain like job, right?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, say I'm all right.
Like having someone do the donuts for you.
No.
Oh, so some like
instead of her doing them
or the
manually.
social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
what you just said.
okay.
So you put someone else in place instead of you taking care of it yourself. You find that it's easier to do in the beginning, or like is it necessary to go through and have that like essentially foundation, and then you hire somebody to do it once you know what you're doing,
Well, I mean, it's always hard to find someone that's as dedicated as you, but with the time that I have right now and the priorities I have to focus on, like I said, social media is probably like the last thing that I should be worrying about. So, and that's why I said I got a professional who literally was already doing that kind of stuff. They actually were the social media people, or they are the social media people for the market. So I contacted her and was like, hey, can you do my social media? Because she already had that experience. So, but with like the donut making, like I said, I only have 2 other people that know the recipe, and one of them's an intern, just started, but the one that does it now, she goes in like during the week to give me a break, basically, so I don't have to go in during the week in the early mornings and make the donuts. She can do it. I can come and like oversee and stuff like that.
Sure.
And then so that I'm ready for the weekend, because I used to be doing 20-hour days every single day. So come Saturday, Sunday, my busiest, strongest days, I'm dead. Like I literally am dragging myself out of bed. So now that I have this one person, I can rest for the like during the week, and then Saturday, Sunday, I'm ready to go, like do it by myself or whatnot. But it was hard. Like it took months for me to train her to get it right. Like still to this day, like we try to improve on the donuts every single day, but it's hard to find people that have the same mindset as you, the same passion, the same like ideas, like. Even like I tried getting every person I've hired, I try to get with like a culinary background and all this, and that does not really matter. It really does not. I hired some people with culinary background, and they were like I couldn't tell that they went to culinary school. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta find people with a certain passion, and it's hard to do that because I just want a second me, and like I know I'm not gonna find anyone like that dedicated towards my business, which is you know it makes sense, but. I wish I could just clone myself.
You see, I'll be saying that shit all the time, bro.
I wish I could, because nobody thinks like me. They really don't.
Yo, bro. That's what I was trying to say, because like everybody comes with a certain like qualities. You know, some good, of course, but others not the greatest. And it's like, man, I don't like to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just work all the time and then like, you know what I mean? But it's not all business and gray matter all the time. Like people's emotions and stuff are important too. I guess. You feel me?
Right. And
you know?
Like that too. Like I've worked with, we've worked with horrible management.
No, we're not.
You know, people in management. We're not gonna say, but like.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
No, we're not gonna say, but that's part of my story, because I don't ever want to be that type of boss or person that makes them feel coworker, anything that makes them like makes the person not want to come into work, like makes them hate work. Like I don't want my employees hate my employees. Hopefully, you guys better. They hopefully love their job, and I'm pretty sure. Come on, we just had a pizza party on Sunday. Like,
it's lit.
I'm a cool boss. Like,
nah, it's lit.
I'm very understanding. Like because I've had to deal with my fair share of horrible bosses and bullshit, literally. So I want them to be able to come in and have fun, but still take me serious. Like there are gonna be days where they might try to be too comfortable or too goofy or whatever, and I have to like be like, listen, we need to get our work done, and that's that before we can have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like the type of boss I want to be. Yeah.
That's okay.
Nah, just having fun, but when shit has to get done,
you can have fun as long as the work is getting done. Like that's all that that matters. But my employees know that. They know like this is like that I'm young and they're the same age as me, and they see it as like inspiring. Like this girl really has a business that she like really cares about and puts her all into. So it's more personal with small businesses. Like working for a small business, it's a lot more personal. Like you have to find people that know that about you, because you can't just have anyone who just loves to call out and do all that thing. Like I only have 5 employees, so when one person calls out, like it's harder. It's not like I'm just a corporate job where I can just have anyone come in or just go short or something. Like it's not. This is like handmade donuts labor, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's 4 a.m. too. So it's like, I can't just call anyone, hey, can you come in for this person? It's 4 a.m. No, that means I have to go in earlier, hustle ass and get it done, which I always do. But it's some days it's just, I feel like as being a boss now, like that too, like I can feel for some of these men, like not how they treated people like badly, but like I understand management positions now. Like it's there's always something you got to deal with, and you got to be a certain way, and it's tough, especially being a young person in charge of people. Like, I like to be in charge, but like it's hard to be in charge of people that are the same age as you and stuff like that, and people older than you. Like I do have employees that are older than me, and it's like I'm your boss. Like I have to tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's a journey.
Nah. All right. Have you had to fire anybody?
Yeah, I was.
Have you had to fire anybody? Like,
or I like really had to turn away somebody that was just like
no good.
Sorry,
yes,
you're not a good fit.
I actually had to fire one person.
That's tough.
It was very tough because she was a friend.
Oh man.
And that's probably why that's the reason why I stopped hiring friends, because she would kind of just look at me as a friend and not really a boss, and she would think like no, this is a little serious. You have to take me serious. You have to see me as a friend, maybe outside. Or like she would want to like do these things with me, and I'm like, do you usually text your bosses at 11 at night? being like,
let's
go
hang
out.
out.
Like, no.
What's the word?
Maybe if you're like a really good worker, you're my best worker. Like, yeah, we can be cool. Like, no, but if you're not doing what you need to do, but you're still, you know what I'm saying, trying to defend me. Yeah. And then I had one person that actually was older than me, this guy, and
fucking men,
bro.
He was a lot older than me, and I had like hired him from another local donut shop. I hired him because he knew donuts, and
you like swiped him from somebody.
Swiped him real quick, and he ended up like one day I was trying to train him after months of him working with me already. I had to train him on the dough, like hardcore, like boom, 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 recipe step by step, and he was trying to tell me how this local place did it. Like, I'm not a chain donut shop. I'm
this is how I do
handmade. I don't use machines. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, no. So he was trying to, like, check me, and I'm like, I had to be like, listen, it's either, you literally told me to show you how to do it, step how I do it. Mm-hmm. I know you know donuts, but you don't know my donuts. So, like, I need to, and he got so mad. He, like, ended up walking out, like, I know donuts more than you. This is so funny because, it's so funny, actually, because then on the way out, like, he stormed out, and this man is grown. Let me tell you, he's grown. Got kids grown. He's grown, okay? He stormed out, temper tantrum, talking about, like, you're not the donut god, like, you don't know everything. Tell me why the next day is when my article came out, which I didn't know was going to come out that day. The headline was the donut queen of Canal District. It was the day after he, like, yelled at me, calling me, you're not the donut god. Like, because I'm the donut queen.
Oh,
like,
man.
Right, like, it was so perfect. I was like,
you're not for the donut queen.
It's only right. It's only right.
I was like, in your face. Like, yes, I am. Like,
That's fine. You're doing the right thing. You're going the right way, honestly.
No,
yeah,
wow.
So
that's hilarious.
there's always something. Always.
Sucks to suck, guy.
Right? Oh, man. Nah, that's
I hope he's not watching.
I hope he's watching.
No beef right now, of course, but still.
No beef. Nah. You don't know shit about donuts.
Oh, man. Nah, that's funny, though. Wow. Yeah, man. That's wow. It's been a lot of insightful things that you said. Just, Nah, that's real smooth. And you're so young, too. It's like, wow, man. That's just smooth, because Grandpa over here.
First of all, we're the same age, and she's 2 years younger.
Everybody
I'm still 24.
Chill out.
I'm still 24, buddy.
I want to hear it,
you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying, like, it's smooth. It's smooth.
I mean,
regardless, you're doing your thing. You feel me? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Age isn't a factor.
Right,
it's
exactly,
just,
but that's what I try to tell people, you know?
Nah, it's just smooth to see, man, because it's inspiring. Like, and you know, we can all, one day make things happen. You feel me?
Yeah,
man.
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater, because you know what I do when I have haters? I just level up, like always.
You feel me?
You're welcome,
bro.
Every time I level up.
Yeah,
bro, next you're gonna be the donut queen of the world, bro.
I got reported. I leveled the hell up. Like,
man. Because you went through a lot of shit at the beginning of this.
I did.
Like, when you got fined, how many times did you get fined?
Well, only one time.
What?
But I did it, like, would have got fined even more. Like, I played it cool and then got my permits right away as soon as I got fined. Well, because my business was so popping in, like, the matter of months, like 1 month, literally, everybody in the city knew of my donuts. So I don't know if it was someone from, or it could have been someone from my Facebook, because, like I said, I have a lot of people on my Facebook, and they're not all supporters. We know that. Like, that's just how it goes. So even the Charlton, like, Facebook page was posting, new donut shop in Charlton. Like, they gave the address, and, like, you could see the comments. Like, I was like, oh, God, this is not good. Because at that point, I was only a month in, making donuts out my house, like, chefing it up out the window. Like, literally.
Hustling.
And
So you've been hustling.
I was hustling, like, literally frying in my bed. I had, like, a huge loft room on the second floor, and I literally had, like, my fryer. Like, it was not legal, but it was not legal. But
still moving.
I was very, like, clean with it. Like, no, I was very clean with it, and, like, whatever. Like, that was not an issue. It's just legally with permits, like, you can't do that. You could get permits. You can't do it in Worcester, by the way. Just so you know, if you try to get a food permit in your house, you can't do it in Worcester.
Really?
I could have done it. Yeah. I could have done it in Charlton. Like, I could have got a food permit from my house, and they would have had to inspect in my house, and I could have been making them at my house.
Nah, because I know some people that are doing that right now.
There's a lot of people.
I don't.
There's a lot, but we're not gonna be like that.
Right?
Hater.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, so my business was everywhere. So Charlton posted, I saw the comments like, oh, that looks like a residential place. Like, everybody, like, literally. Then a week later, I got, like, a call from the Department of Health, like, you're selling illegal donuts out the house. Blah, blah. You gotta stop or whatever. And then they they gave me a warning, and then they called me like a week later because like I think I still had posted something, and like they were watching my Facebook page. Yeah. And like I said, I don't like being told what to do. You don't? I tried to like keep it a little low key, but I didn't know they were watching me like a hawk. Keep it low key. They were watching me like a hawk. So then I was like, okay, I'm done. I told people on Facebook, y'all can't keep your mouth shut. It is what it is. Donut homies got to shut for a little bit because y'all play too much.
Oh man,
play too much. So then, in that little time that I took that break, that's when I really was like, okay, it's game time. Like I'm making a good income with this business.
Of course.
I got to keep it going and take it to the next level. So that's when I started looking for commercial spaces in Worcester, and the Worcester Public Market just showed up on my feed, and I ended up DMing them wicked confident, like, hey, I make donuts from home. And I checked their vendors to see if they had anything I liked. They did not. Like I said, I walked. That's all part of marketing and networking. I love networking and marketing. Those two things, like, I don't know. I didn't go to school for it, nothing. But, like,
it's your personality.
I just know, like, I can, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm very intuitive already. I'm a people watcher. I'm an observer. You know, I observe your little laptop in 2 seconds real quick. I'm just very observant. So, I see my surroundings, and I know kind of how people think already. So, like, regardless, I messaged the public market and was like, hey, I have really good business. I'll bring you guys a lot of good business, blah, blah, blah. And they ended up taking me in right away. I brought them some donuts to try to win them over. I'm good at that too. I'm very persuasive. So then I met with the owners and they loved the idea. So it just happened. Yeah, I literally was in there. So I got reported in the beginning of August, I think. So I started the business May to June to July. Okay, no, I got reported in July. So 2 months later, I got reported. By August, I had already went to the market and set the meeting up. Then I went back to Cali during August to get some more inspo real quick. Yeah. Then flew back, and as soon as I got back is when like my opening was like that week at the market. So like I got in the market in a matter of like 3 weeks just because I just got them at the right time. Like they were looking for somebody for that spot. Like they were like, yeah, we have a small donut stand. I'm like, yeah, I only need a small spot. I'll figure out the rest. Like then it was like, okay, now I need a commercial kitchen. Like that's just that's just like a business spot for me. You know what I'm saying? Now I need actual, because at that spot, it was a little tiny spot, and I had to get the equipment to use for donut making is expensive. Like you have to have like a hood over it. That's like $30,000 alone. Like so I was like, I'm not gonna like, and like I said, this was like 2 weeks in the making, so I didn't have any money like that to just drop on equipment like that. And I ruined my credit in LA, didn't have any room for loans. I started this business out of pocket, in debt. Literally, that's a big reason why I started this business, because I moved back from LA, thousands of dollars in debt, and I was like, what am I going to do? I need money. I can't have minimum wage. I'm like, I need money. Like, I have so much debt to pay off. So I literally I started this business in debt and like out of pocket. So it's crazy to see where I'm at now, but you can start with nothing, literally nothing. Just inspiration and passion, like that's all you need. Plus, I have the support from literally the whole city, minus a few little haters. But like, that's the reason I'm going is because so many people are supporting me. Like, it doesn't even need to be family. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like that doesn't even cross my mind. Like, because I have so many supporters that I already have. Like, I don't even need.
It's just smooth because it's like if you were my kid, bro. Like, if Harmony was doing something like this, I'd be so proud. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all. Yeah, it's smooth, man.
I would too. Hell yeah. Man. Not everyone's.
You know, facts.
Man.
You know?
Yeah, it is what it is. Didn't at the beginning, wasn't someone like selling your donuts?
What?
So old me used to get like mad that people were trying to make donuts after I blew up with the donuts. Like today, I'm so confident in my product. I have the best donuts in this half of the United States.
Say that shit.
I won't say California yet because I haven't tried like all of California. I've tried. There's not a lot of donut shops over here. I am the best. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. That's my opinion. Y'all can say what you want, but my opinion.
It's certified.
And
what you
from
mean?
what I hear on a daily basis, like
we get it.
So,
bro, let him pop her shit.
No, I'm not. You know, I'm humble. Listen, you know, I'm really humble. But
no, Jesse does this to me all the time too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm a high key hater. Fuck these people. Deadass. This is my show. You can act like you're bigger than me. Fuck out of here. What do you think this is? A community podcast?
I'm talking donuts. I'm not talking podcast.
Right.
Achievements. Whatever.
Let's do a podcast with me and see how that goes.
Right, man.
Okay, no, but
You need that.
I'm so confident in my product nowadays. Like, if people still do like little donuts here and there, and I share that shit. Like,
Bruh.
do you, girl? Like,
You know?
you're not gonna be like me, but
Nah.
I mean, no, we're donuts.
I
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna
We get
make,
it.
you're not
We
gonna
get
make
it.
my
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah.
You can make your own, but
We
they're
get
not
it.
gonna be my donuts. So like, I'm not hidden. In the beginning, I remember this one girl literally would copy my menu, my donuts
Gross.
looked exactly like her donuts. Like, she was selling them. And me knowing the process of donuts, it's a science. It's hard. Like, if anyone's a baker out there, they will tell you.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it's a science. Baking is science. Cooking is one thing. Baking is a whole different
Yeah.
thing. Especially yeast. Yeast tells you when it's ready. You don't tell it when it's ready. So
Oh,
when
word.
it's ready, you gotta be ready. You gotta get going. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
cranberry juice.
Like, Ew.
Yeah, bro.
You're so gross.
Bruh.
So I knew she was not doing them homemade. Like, I was like, girl, you just started this. You're buying those frozen or something. Don't play, because I know what this takes. And you're not doing it.
Oh.
But like, she was literally copying like my menu, and like, I was pissed about it. Like, I posted a status. Everybody was on my side or whatnot. But like, I look back at it and I laugh. Like, now, like, if I saw it on my Facebook, I would share it. Like, I literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like in the beginning, I didn't have that confidence in my product just yet. Like, I was just thinking she was gonna, like, one up me or something.
Still
but now it's like,
customers or some shit like that. Yeah.
there's enough love to.
For everybody,
Right,
yeah.
Now it's
exactly.
One thing I realized is like, if people take something from you, it's because like they didn't know where to start themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that was your
It's inspiration.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'll take it
it's
as
just your
that,
remnants. You're just leaving stuff behind for people
Right.
to pick up.
But at least
Yeah.
give me a little credit. Like, if you learn something,
Man,
100%.
that
you know
that
what I'm
never
saying?
happens.
Don't try to like. Okay, nowadays fine, whatever, do you. But
Mm-hmm.
back then I was like, girl, you could have at least been like, hey, this girl inspired me. Like, to no, you were literally copying word for word,
Everything.
Bar for
topping
bar.
for topping.
Yeah, bar
Oh,
for bar.
Literally topping for topping,
Uh-huh.
emoji for emoji, my whole menu. Like, for real, I was like, girl, you
Down
cannot
to
be
the
more
emoji.
like, no,
I'm
you cannot be
crying.
more obvious. And that's the thing, like, people would be sending me it, like, I wasn't even looking for it. Like, people would send.
Yeah, of course.
Still to this day, people. That's why I posted the other day on
Hmm.
Facebook. I was, listen, keep me out of drama. If you heard something about me, like, now I am a businesswoman. I'm still gonna be me, but like, there's a lot that I can't do now,
Of
like,
course.
and that I have stepped back and been like, which is good. It's growth for me because
Yeah,
old
absolutely.
me was with the shits all the time.
Oh man,
She
say
was.
Old
that.
me was with the shits all the time.
Tell
Now
me,
I'm
bro.
like, let me not. Everybody knows me.
I've
like,
seen your
I
Facebook
can't.
status today.
Yeah, okay, fine. That was that's
Oh,
my,
it's
that's
still
my
there.
roommate.
It's
Yo,
still there.
you're seeing
It's
this?
still there. It's
Yo,
still there.
you're seeing this?
It's still there.
Oh, man. Wow.
If you're seeing this,
Just know it's up, right?
Nah,
Oh
she better
man.
be seeing this. You better share this shit. What you talking
Oh
about?
man,
I'm
nah,
sending
but
this to you, girl.
Nah,
I'm sending
wow.
this to you
I'll
'cause
clip
we
it for
don't
you.
do-
I'll clip it for you.
nah, it's funny, man.
No, but I've tried to keep my mouth shut. You can even see, even with the reviews, like in the beginning, I still to this day am improving my recipe. Like, my recipe's staying the same,
Yeah, of course.
but the preparation of it and everything to make it that much better, it's
Mhm.
still being like improved every single day. So
Right.
in the beginning, obviously, I was not at my top tier. Like, I was getting used to a new kitchen. I was getting used to serving that much, like twice as many donuts, and working with what I had. So in the beginning, we'd have like little reviews, especially a new business opening. There's gonna be a bunch of reviews flying in the beginning, and a lot of the bad reviews that I got were people I went to school with,
Oh,
haters,
yeah.
like low-key people that never tried my donuts and just wanted to
Nah.
hate because they saw me doing something big.
Nah.
So old me used to type right the fuck back.
Keyboard
I
warrior.
used to, yeah, literally right back. Like, and nowadays you can see like with my responses to bad reviews, like it's improved so
course.
much. Like, you have no idea.
That's
Because
good. That's really
I
good.
really don't care. I have that many good reviews now, and I am confident in what I sell. So like, nobody can really, I guess, say anything that
We'll get to
really
it.
trigger me.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
that's
Except
not
for me.
gonna work.
Apparently, except for Jesse, you said.
Nah, just he, you know.
Yeah.
I know he's
Nah,
playing.
that's clutch though. That's
I
real
know
clutch.
he's playing.
I
Of
feel
course,
like, yeah.
absolutely.
In time,
Oh,
like all the things kind
oh,
of come as far as desensitizing yourself. Yeah. Because all in all, from the beginning, one thing I've seen has changed a lot for me is how much I care about the things that used to scare me before, or like what I was fearful of.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like it's necessary for sure, man. But
You
I
live
can't.
and you learn.
I can't imagine like doing it on that scale though. That's why I'm asking like certain specific questions.
Yeah.
Where to take it to next? Because
I mean, from the start, it's been go. Like, there has not been a time where I've gotten to really be like, sit back and be like, wow, I have a whole company. Like, it's just been go since, because since I got in that market, now you have a business that's open 5 days a week, that you can't just close on. Like, you wake up, you're tired. Like, you know how many times I wake up tired? Every single day. Still have to. You know how many times I want to go out, and like sometimes I do. I'm out till 4 a.m. I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. So I just not even close my eyes, just like pull all-nighters just to like, you know, the minute I close for a day, I have all this anxiety because I get messages, I get people upset, and I generally don't like upsetting customers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the Karens, I've learned, okay, well, now with the Karens, no, I'm sorry, you're not going to do this with me. Like, before I would, like, kiss ass and be like,
but now it's not.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I put so much work into this business. Like, my employees put so much work into this business. Like when Karens come and complain about the price, like I said, it's like, you don't know what goes into this. Like, and plus, around Worcester and Massachusetts, I'm the cheapest donut shop around because I wanted to keep it that way, because I'm not this huge business. Course. Like, it might not be a huge difference, but go try to find another gourmet donut shop with better prices than me. You know what I'm saying? That with the quality that I have. Right. You know? So now Karen's like, I tell my employees, don't let them talk to you anyway.
You know?
When my old boss, I used to be a hostess, and I remember, like, he would defend us all the time. Like, if, like, Karens would come in and, like, yell at us for not being able to, like, sit them on time, and he would be like, don't talk to my hostesses that way. Like, they are not, like, they can't control it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I tell my employees, don't even let people control you, because I am a small business, and I'm still in charge. Like, I'm not this corporate, like, we have to follow all these. Like, I'm going to be that business that still stays myself, like, always. Like, if I have to defend my name, like, I'm gonna, like, not ratchet like I used to, but more professional.
Of course, that's the right word, professional.
Well, all right.
I'll defend it,
From what I gathered so far, since you said you don't take the time to, like, pat yourself on the back, right? What I got so far, you know, you've grown as far as clapping back on social media comments, so that's one thing to big up, you know, yourself for. And then also, you said 5 employees that you take care of other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's big, you know, because you're literally taking care of other people's livelihoods. So another one, you know what I'm saying? You gotta big yourself up.
Not even just their pockets, just like,
it's like life, bro.
Yeah,
you know? Just taking care of their livelihoods. It's important, you know. So man, definitely God bless you, you know, for doing everything that you're doing. No cap. Yeah, man. It's just big. You know, I pray that you just keep going forever, you know. Man.
She's going to. Man. But you better not open up a podcast. I swear to God.
You know I wanted to.
I know.
I'm funny.
After I asked you.
I could do one. Or I better have a weekly thing on here or something.
Weekly.
Maybe
annually.
Talk to management.
I want my own podcast with a pink background and pink walls.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
I'm still trying to figure out a name, but we'll see. I am doing one. I don't care. You know, I want to do it all.
Jesse.
I don't want to just do donuts my whole life. Like, I want to do more.
Okay. Okay. So what does that look like then, if that's the case? Since
any
I've
future
always
endeavors?
been go with the flow. Like I said, I have some big collabs coming that I can't say yet.
Word.
But it's very, very, very big.
We understand.
And that's going to, like, take off my next few things that I have planned. So in the next month, I think I can say some things, but not yet. Not yet. I don't want to speak it yet. I don't want to speak it.
Nah, it's cool.
Don't
we trust you. Don't worry about it.
No,
but yeah. Wow.
Right.
No, did you learn anything today?
For sure. What do you mean?
Where's our notebooks?
Oh,
write this down.
It's trust. It's all.
Oh yeah, it's
it's all right here, man. I don't. Yeah.
It's pretty simple stuff. Like it's just little things that people don't know that actually really matter. Like the social media marketing. Like that is so big. You know?
Yeah, we were literally just talking about how, like, we take for granted, like, some of the smallest little things in life that, like, can make a huge difference.
For sure.
Literally. That's why I just do anything that comes to my mind. I'm like, let me just try it out. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, you know? So, it's got me this far.
I think you're doing alright. She's doing alright.
It's like crazy to hear, though, no cap, because you're the second guest we've had that's mentioned the same thing about, like, going with the flow and, like, just breezing through life, and it's like
because that's what stops people. They're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't start. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't.
They're too scared to start.
They're scared. They're scared to start because they have no experience. They don't know where to even go. Like, I didn't get officially, like, licensed till maybe 2 months after I was in the market. Like, I just got I was in the market. I got 1 or 2 permits that I needed for the market. Like, I think I needed to get, like, my serve safe management.
Don't get yourself in trouble,
and, like,
you know.
But that was a year ago. Like I don't think my LLC actually hit until like November, and I was there in September. So it was like 2 months that like I was just getting like to this day I'm getting things done still for my business that should have been done in the beginning. But it's okay to like have it's not like something like obviously I'm still rolling, so like it's not. But as you can see, like it's kind of like you just learn as you go. Like I
Right.
didn't know anything about it, but I'm learning and taking care of things like as I go. So
because I
It's a
feel like my
process.
problem, right, is having too many ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
that's
you gotta start
also-
writing them down.
But like with that, again, my mind is very like I'm detail oriented. I don't really forget
too.
stuff. But with that part, it's like I feel at this point that it's not all for me. That's kind of how I go about it, and I try to share with as many people as possible instead of trying to be like I'm gonna do all these things, because there's only one me. Like I said, I can't clone myself, whatever.
Right.
But so in time, like my objective or like my goal essentially is to then kind of put people in place to do that for me. That's why I was asking earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
So one of the collaborations that I'm doing is with somebody who, he's also another creative, but like basically what he's doing is taking all my ideas, because like you say, you have so many ideas. I have so many ideas, I don't even know where to start. This person that's his specialty, like putting ideas to life and like making them happen. So I literally have this person coming on, and that's why with this new opening, like I have so many ideas that are actually going to be able to be put in place because of this help that I've had add on. And sometimes you need it. Sometimes you can't do it all by yourself. Like you need people with experience or whatever. Me, I try to do everything by myself.
Yeah, I hear
And
that.
I've been doing that, and up until maybe a month or so ago, like other than like my little employees here and there, but like actual responsibilities, my everyday responsibilities that I have to do, I've tried to break up in different places because I just need my focus on certain things, especially the new opening. Like I need to focus on that. I can't be focusing on the things I've been doing already for a year. Now I can let someone else kind of focus on that and take a little break,
Right. No, okay.
And you get the big picture out of the way.
Out the way, yeah, right?
Yeah.
But after about a year of just working nonstop, basically, right?
Yeah,
You finally have the
literally
room to, okay.
Non-stop. It's been crazy.
Right before the second open, you gotta take one day to
like a
just
little
breathe.
vacation or something,
I know.
right?
I know I
vacation.
need one because I used to travel all the time. Like
Yeah.
I used to, right? Every 1 or 2 months, like I would be in a different country, like growing up, literally. So
Wow.
now that I have this business and I've been stuck here for so long, it's like crazy to me. It feels so weird, but like I can't even. I can maybe do a weekend trip somewhere, but like not yet. Soon I'll be able to. Once I delegate all my responsibilities for like a week.
Yeah.
But there's still, like, I have delegations, but there's still so many more things that I have to do myself that I don't have anyone to do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll figure it out.
I feel like, see, those are some of the things people don't talk about when it comes to, like, actually managing a real life thing.
Yeah, it's hard, and that's why I try to be realistic. Like, this is not, like, just shits and giggles. Like, you can just open your business and, like, oh, life is great. Like, I literally have not had a break in, like, 365 days. Longer than that, because I opened in May, really. Yeah. I started in May. I didn't officially register and open until September. So, I've been doing this for a year and a half. So, I haven't had a break since then. And like I said, I've traveled all the time. So, this is all new to me. This being stuck in one spot. I have ADD. You know I have ADD.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I'm always moving.
Bad.
I need to be everywhere. So, it's weird to be stuck here right now for so long until I can actually go and enjoy. Not that I'm not enjoying life, but not to my... I'm very passionate about people enjoying their life. Like, I want people... That's why I push people to do their entrepreneurship. Like, the first couple years, yeah, it's grind time. But after that, you work hard enough at it. That's why I'm working so hard every single... There's not a day that I'm not literally working so hard. Because I know it's going to pay off. Like, eventually I'll be able to do what I want. But for those first couple years, you got to grind. It's not just going to blow up. Like, people think literally like I'm... like out here doing everything. No, every single while y'all are out, I'm either sleeping at 8 p.m. because I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. or I'm literally just working all night. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all fun.
Slanging donuts.
Yeah, slinging. It's time to make the donuts. So that's the old. Come on, you know that. That's the old Dunkin' slogan. In the 80s.
Oh,
time to
it's
make
time
the
to
donuts.
Nah,
YouTube it. It's like people be joking on me all the time. Like older people, they'd be like, "Time to make the donuts." I'm like, no, literally.
How many do you want?
No, literally, YouTube it. It's like this guy. It's like it's funny because the commercial is like showing the guy in and out, and if it's me, literally, because some people would tag me and they're like, "This is literally you." He's like going into his house, going to bed, next morning, going out, time to make the donuts, coming back home, going to bed, coming back, time to make the donuts. Like it's like constant, like because donuts are like early morning shit. So like that's why I'm working so many hours, 20-hour days, because now I have an employee that comes in at 4 p.m. because that's my shut off time. Like I can only last so long because I'm working from 4 to 11. I open, so from 4 to 10 is when we're in the kitchen. We're done by 10 to 11. We're transferring the donuts from the kitchen to my shop. which is across town. So it's like I have a how do you transfer 300 donuts? So I have to have employees that have cars, and now they like. There's so many things that I've improved on. Like I used to be doing all that by myself. Making the donuts, transferring all the donuts, trying to open my store. I used to come in looking crazy. Now at least I have employees that at 10 o'clock I'm like, deuces, y'all have fun transferring the donuts. Open up my store, make sure when I get there at 11, it's ready for me. So then, or even still, sometimes if I don't even want to work, I'll be like, hey, can you just work the store for me? And I won't even have to like go in at all. So that's at least during the week. But what was I saying?
Just basically giving responsibility.
Delegating your responsibilities, basically.
And just how you work a lot.
Yeah. Basically, that's just my life. Just work.
Oh, no, you've been grinding. You've been hustling.
It'll pay off.
For sure. What? It'll definitely pay off,
man. Slowly paying off.
Have you heard anything you said?
Every word has just been like inspiration. Get your life together.
We're peasants. You know?
I have not made it seem like that.
It's not.
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
How many times have you been to Cali? 0.
You know.
I was asking to
we're
see
playing.
if you could relate.
I'm messing with you. Chill out.
Don't worry about it. This is just Jesse,
I'm a Pisces. I'm sensitive.
Oh, true.
We're not going to this.
Man.
Thank you so much for watching.
I'm the epitome of Pisces. If you Google Pisces,
thank you so much for coming on the show. I'll make sure to add your handle at the end. Thank you so much. What's your name again? I'm going to Quabs.
Come on, y'all.
Nah.
He do. I'll sit here quiet.
I know. As far as that, I know. I'm an asparagus.
I fucking hate you, bro. It looks like one too.
Extra on the go.
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
You just realized this?
He's Sagittarius.
Yeah, and then he's a Taurus, I believe.
You're a Taurus?
Yeah.
My mom's a Sagittarius.
For real?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Nah.
Yeah. Everybody always tries to say like we're the worst. Essentially, like I deal with like reality. I don't ever look at like what it could be and all that emotional stuff. Like I was saying, like it's just
like
facts. So yeah, I guess. But my girl's a Virgo and my kid's a Taurus. So I think like that's how we balance each other out.
Yeah. Okay. Dope.
But yeah, man. I mean, I don't see how that really plays into any of this stuff though. Like I try to go into astrology a little bit, but
I think I'm just into it because, like I said, I'm a Pisces. Whatever it says about Pisces, that's me. Like, I don't know. I'm very intuitive. Pisces are very intuitive. Like they say, they're like mind readers. I swear I'm psychic. Please tell me you know someone you can tell me because I'm psychic. I know it.
In sense, like in what sense? Like
when I tell people that, they're like, so what am I thinking now? No, it doesn't
work
like that.
That's not what I'm saying.
It doesn't work like
stupid.
that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I really am. Like,
what instances? What happens? Like,
you guys believe in it, or are you gonna look at me funny?
No, I mean, if you share, maybe I'll share too. Like, say what's on your mind.
You're kind of psychic.
No, like with commenters or whatever, you know.
Just things like. So I guess my aunt is like this as well. So I don't know if it's in the blood or if it's me, but I think it's because I'm a little bit of both. Yeah. So I guess my aunt can like feel things before they happen, like. And I guess I can too. Like when I was in Europe a couple of years ago, my dog had died back here. And she had died on a Wednesday. And that day when I was literally in Europe, we had just got there that week. It was like the beginning of the week. I felt it. Like there was something that, like I had mentioned it to my family, like can you check on her? Like something's, like I don't feel right or something. Like, and she ended up dying that night. We didn't find out until we got home, like, because they didn't want to ruin our vacation. Yeah. But like, I knew it, like from the whole plane ride home. I was like, no, something's not right. Like stuff like that, little things like that. Yeah. Then with deja vu, I don't know. Like when you guys had deja vu, can you like, is it kind of something that's similar, or is it like word for word, step for step?
I feel like it's word for word, honestly. Sometimes.
I can literally stop the deja vu and tell you what you're about to say, and the whole conversation. Or sometimes I just let it play out and just don't say anything, and I'm literally like. I know the whole conversation before, like word for word. Yeah. Like I can know what you're about to say. Like that's not deja vu. I've looked into it. Like that is not deja vu. Deja vu is supposed to be something that has some similar that has happened before. That it's, your mind is just kind of playing games. Like, oh, you've seen this before, but
but you know this to a T. Like,
this is like to a T. No. Like we've never had this conversation before, but I know what you're about to say. Like
so in my research with that, it's a timeline skip. Like it's like going into a parallel universe and like living in that moment and then coming back to your reality. Because it bugged me for years, you know. Yeah, it's something that bugged me for years. Because whenever that would happen, it's almost like watching the film and then that part of the movie comes and it's like, I know this part, and then it goes and it's like, what? You know. So that's it's. You've seen it before.
But I've asked other people like how their deja vu works, and that's, they'll say it's not like word for word. They just say it's like kind of something similar, like
no,
you
I've
know,
definitely
but
experienced that.
right, like
no, 100%.
I'm very intuitive. I could read anybody like from across the room. Like you literally can't get shit past me. Like I can read everything. It's crazy. Like my mind, like if I tapped into it, I knew how to tap into it. Like I could do some crazy shit. Probably.
I mean,
I feel
you already have. You
but
already have.
But that's also how I've done what I've done.
Yeah,
because I've
course.
used what I've learned and like what I can see myself, like knowing like different person. I'm very open minded, like, and I feel like an empath. Is that what it is? Like I could feel other people's emotions. Like no matter what, I could feel you. So like I know how to interpret things and like please people like a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That make it work. So it's worked in my favor, but
how do you do with shaking that off? Essentially, like in moments where it's a lot to like carry on your own
other
shoulders.
people's emotions, right?
How do you shake it off, or do you?
I kind of my thing is it's bad. My thing when I'm going through stuff, I basically just shut it out and act like it never happened. That's my problem. That's how just how what I've gone through things, and anytime something bad happens to me, I throw that shit away and never happen. It's not a good thing. Don't take this as a recommendation.
But then when it comes to other people, I try to be all up in their world and try to make sure to put their things together. But when it comes to me, it's like
not just everybody.
Okay.
Not anybody can get my energy. Cause especially right now where my energy is so limited, there is maybe one person that can that I will like actually, because I can't, and people should understand that. Like since I've started my business, I haven't been around as much, and it's like, if I had a kid who started a business, like a really big company that's doing so well, like I wouldn't press them for not having the time to like come visit home. Like my time is so limited. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I have 2 days off and those aren't even days off. So especially with friends, I've lost so many friends because I couldn't keep up. I couldn't hang out with them. And it's like if your friends can't see that you're trying to take care of responsibilities, that's why I posted that on Facebook the other day, because it's constant with me. Like they think I'm trying to like dodge them or do this stuff, but like at the end of the day, I gotta worry about myself, my mental health, my business. Like I can't be giving you guys all this energy. It's not fair. Just because you have all this free time in the world doesn't mean that I physically, mentally cannot give anyone else energy, because I'm putting my all into this business right now, and that's my main focus. Like, so I try to stay away from those things. Now I used to be like a giver, like everyone would come to me, but it's like that takes from you, that takes so much emotion from you, especially when you can't go to people. Like if I have an issue, I'm dealing with it myself, like, and I don't go to people. I don't, like, I'm very expressive with my emotions, but when it comes to my problems, like I don't put that on other people. Like, and I don't judge people for doing that. That's how some people cope. Me, like I said, I bottle that shit up. Like it never happened in my head. In my head it did, but I'm gonna pretend like it didn't. Just because that's just how I cope, and like that's how I get past it. Then I figure out kind of how to slowly get past it, and by that time it's, easier to think about. But like I will literally, if I get a thought in my head that's like about something that's upset me, real quick I'm like, think of something else. Like you're literally in control of your brain. Like just think of something else. You're gonna get in this funk and go downhill. So
are you saying just like thinking of just something negative in that sense, like just thinking or something happening that like a problem occurs that you don't want?
I guess both. Like in the moment though, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a hothead. So when something happens, like today, when this situation happened, right away I'm like, you see red. So I have to like step away. Either I'm gonna express it to you in that moment, or I need to step away and take a minute. It takes me like a couple hours to like my mind to be like, okay, you gotta chill out, like, you know what I'm saying? So with things like that in the moment, like I will deal with it in the moment, but then afterwards I'm like, if it's still stuck in my head, like I try so hard not to like keep it in my head, because me, that's how I am. I'm always in my head, so like it'll be on my mind all day and ruin the whole day. So but with other people's emotions, I feel like people know now, like it's not, like I said, there's like one person, like if I'm with someone, if I'm like dating someone, like it's obviously that you're letting someone else into your life and you're gonna share your emotions with each other. But when it comes to friends, like, I'm sorry, but friends are just, they're not always gonna be there for you. Not like everyone, but it's like I'm also very intuitive, so I can see through people and I can see who's a real friend and who's not. So my real friends, my realest friend, she knows we don't see each other ever. That's my best friend. We see each other probably every 2 months, but she gets it. Like, that's what those are the people you need around in your life. Like, you can't have these people. I have so many people that are constantly mad at me because I can't go out with them. Like, oh, you're lame. Like, okay, fine. Yeah, I have to wake up in the morning. Like, I'm not going out. I'm tired. Like, sorry. I used to feel bad. Now it's like, I don't feel bad. I'm exhausted. Like, I need to worry about my own mental health before worrying about going out with you guys. Like, my priorities are on a different level, you know? So, you gotta think about yourself first, always.
100%.
Because people will drain you and take all the energy that you have. Especially being an empath and feeling all that. It's like, I cannot deal with it physically and mentally.
I don't know. With certain problems, though, it's better to just fix it right then and there. I've learned.
I know. No, like I said, I'm not saying this is right what I do. Like,
but I'm just saying.
I pretend like it's not. It never happened.
Something to work on.
I know. Of course, I'm working on it.
I gotta give some info because you gave us a shit ton of info. You know.
No, I'm definitely working on it. But for instance, like when my dog passed away, like. I like dogs more than people. Like, I'm just a dog person. Like, they're like my 2 dogs are like my children. Like, you know what I'm saying? When my dog passed away, like, I shut that out of my mind. If I ever start thinking about it, like, nope, never happened. Like that's just how it is. Like, I don't like to. I feel so much. Like, my emotions are so high constantly. Always, I feel things on like a deeper level than a lot of people. Obviously there's people like me as well, but like me personally, there's people that don't feel anything. I'm not one of them. I'll feel every little ounce of feeling. Like,
this guy.
So when stuff like that happens, I have to shut it out, or I'll literally go into freaking whatever deep dark hole and just be sad about it. Like,
but that was my issue at first. That's why I completely like switched it to this side of the spectrum, because it hurts me too much, you know what I mean? And that's, I don't like to admit it, obviously, but you know what I'm saying, like feeling all that. So then from that point I decided, like, nah, everybody's already let me down, so at this point I'm just not gonna take shit personal no more. And then from that point, you know, just keep it pushing. That's how.
See, some people can put that boundary at me. I can't. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna feel it, and I feel it.
But you can learn though.
Well, not to say I don't still feel it, but it's like it's minor now.
But like, take it to heart. I've been okay. No, you're right, because I have worked on it. Like, I've been like, I used to take shit to heart. Nowadays, like, it's been more than a year, so I've dealt with it. It's like, it is what it is. Always gonna happen. So then at that point, you just gotta be like, what do I do now? Like, just move on. You know? Yeah. So I have been working on it, but.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't teach anyone about it because it's not my best suit.
Oh, man. Yeah, yo. No, people say the darndest things, you know. You'd be surprised. It'd be your own family that say some of the most hurtful things, you know.
Your own family.
Yeah. So after that, it's like, after I've heard that, nothing else can do nothing to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, whatever. I seen it already. I felt it. It's not easy. It's definitely not.
That's why I don't take shit from customers, from people, nothing. Like, I've dealt with my fair share of things. Like, I know what to do and not to do, kind of. So
all right, so maybe another pointer real quick if possible. Well, for myself, I'd say as far as budgeting, is there a structured way you go about that at all? Or
I want to have a constant good income so I can live my best life. Like, I'd like to travel, I like to buy things, like I like to eat. So I'm a foodie. Like, I love to eat. I'm not eating at home. I'm sorry. I can cook. I love to cook, but I would rather be outside and eat because I like to enjoy the experience, you know what I'm saying? So budgeting is not my best friend. I am hiring somebody to take care of the finances and stuff like that, because it's hard with everything, especially right now with the restaurant industry. Is a drought with everything. Like, I just went to the local restaurant store this week for my supplies, and they didn't have like anything. No. But thankfully I'm really close to the people there. So they like pull some strings, and they're like, try to, like, I needed something this week really, really bad that like nowhere else really sells it. So they ended up like calling and being like, hey, can we buy a whatever from you? Like, can we, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever ingredient it was, and they will give it to them.
That's
so
clutch.
It's like, it's crazy right now with COVID and everything. Like, in this restaurant industry, there's drought and prices are going up. Oil is so expensive. Like, flour, all that stuff that you have to buy is super expensive. So I have to get better with the sourcing and stuff, because there's other places that are a lot cheaper and do a lot more and like deliver to you and all that stuff. But I'm so used to the convenience of this place that I've been going to. Like, that's just where I go, and it's probably the most expensive spot in the city. Like, but it's really like the only restaurant supply store in the city. The one that everyone's supposed to go to is in Milford. But I'm one person. Like, I actually am just hiring somebody to actually now do like my deliveries and stuff like that. So like deliveries and pickups for like
inventory and
stuff like that. So I'm trying to hire a personal assistant that can be on call, but it's hard because a personal assistant, like, they need to be dedicated to my life, and that sucks to kind of say that, but
that's how it is.
And I'm at the, like, where I'm at, where I need someone to, like, be on call and be like if I can't get out to the store, like, I need someone to go get it from me. If I'm stuck at the store, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. Like, I need a second me, literally. So I got to figure out sourcing and stuff like that, and because that takes a big hit in finances and payroll that we got to pay out. I pay like payroll a week, like, because I also too, I don't want to just give minimum wage. I know it sucks because I'm a small business and I shouldn't be having to feel bad for people. That's how I am though. Like, I feel bad for the people. Like, I'm for the people. Like,
of course.
Like, I don't think it's right that we're working for $13-15 an hour. That's nothing. Like, but at the same time, I'm a small business. I can't be paying everyone $20 an hour. Like, you know, so it kind of sucks being in that position where you're paying them. I'm not paying minimum wage. Like, I pay a little bit more because like, that's how I am, but it's hard. Like, it takes a hit out of me too, and like having to have all these employees, like paying them out, getting all the supplies, like all this is like, you see all your money like literally going away, and then it's like I don't really have a paycheck. Like, you're supposed to pay yourself out like every week too, but like most of my stuff right now goes towards this business every week, or my debt, like, that I'm paying off from LA. So eventually, like, especially when the debt is cleared and all that, I do have like an investor coming in as well to help. So like, once I get the debt paid off, then I can actually focus that money on me and the business, not just like everything else, and like nothing for my enjoyment, like, because I don't do a lot for myself because I'm paying out so much. So there's a lot that goes into it. And finances, I'm horrible at math. I'm dyslexic. I failed math class so many times in high school. Like, I'm not good at math, okay? So numbers don't sit right with me. So I'm definitely hiring a financial advisor, because I don't have any advisor. I was like, who's your business advisor? Myself. Google. I don't know.
You're going with it.
Like, you know, like, I haven't hired those people to get me on track, which I am doing now that I'm freeing up more time. But from the start, I've just been go, go, go. I haven't had a minute to actually sit back and organize until like recently.
Well, I mean, if there are any CPAs watching, you know where to,
Please help
you know
the
what
girl
to do.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring some stuff on Indeed or something. Make people throw some apps in there.
I know.
Instead of putting it on Facebook.
Stop.
I'll do it. Girl, I'm so serious.
I know, right? Because, no, literally, and I don't. But it's like, but that's where I do a lot of my promoting, because I have so many. I have 5,000 people on there, so that's where I do young and old. So it's not just young. Like, I look at these young people like, you're not gonna be my personal assistant. Like, I need an older, like, more serious person. Like,
at least someone with a car.
That's what I'm saying.
And so with a car, half the people like.
Put that all on Indeed and then promote it on your Facebook.
I'm gonna have my social media person put something together, because
then you'll just weed out the people that won't go on Indeed.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that looks more professional.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because then you
I
cut
just
off
need to
like
figure out though, like what I actually need.
The position.
Yeah. Before I put it out there, but I just started thinking like, I need a personal assistant, because even when I leave work and leave my employee at my store, I'm still phone calls the rest of the night. Like, I should not have to be doing this. So now I moved to my social media girl, because she's on the same page as me. She's like, tell your employee to text me. Like, she shouldn't be texting you. Like, right. Once I leave work, I am done for the day. And that's why I pay you guys to take over and do what you need to do. Like, I'm around all the time. Like, I'm literally a phone call away. But if you can text someone else, if it's something that I don't need to deal with, like, please leave me alone. Like,
you hear that, guys? You hear that?
Please leave me alone, because there's only so much I can take.
You know?
Like, after a full day of work, I want to go home and like relax and not think about. That's why I say Mondays, I don't do anything work related, except for obviously right now, because I made an exception for y'all. But
I appreciate you.
Monday,
nah, that's real for real.
Monday, I really like people. Like, I just got a message on Facebook for an order, and I'm not opening it until tomorrow, because I don't want to know. Like, give me one day. I don't have to think about donuts.
Nah.
You know, it's like, and I used to be so giving. Like, when I first started, I would go into the kitchen on my days off and make people's orders. Then I was like, what are you doing? Like, you need a rest. Like, people would just take advantage. Like, hey, like, I need a donut order for Monday. Like, I'm closed. Sorry. You have to wait till Wednesday. Like, you know, so people start to take advantage when you're too nice. that's also why I hired my social media person, because I'm so tired. Please, if you're listening right now, I'm tired of people messaging my business accounts.
I'll make sure
Hey,
you zoom in.
girlfriend. Hey, babe. Can I get some donuts this week? Like, no. Do you text Dunkin' Donuts like that? No.
I'm gonna text you that later on. November 1st, I need a dozen donuts from you.
No. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
No,
But for real, like, they don't take it seriously. They text my business page like it's still me, and I tell them all the time, it's not me anymore. They're gonna respond like a professional business. You're not gonna get this girl just messaged me literally my business page, trying to like, I could tell. I read her thoughts literally. I could tell she was trying to like get a big order for a discount because she was spilling her her life problems out through my business page, and it's like I'm getting the message at the same time as my social media girl gets them, so we're both texting each other at the same time. I'm like, listen, text her back. Just was what she can, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop. She was like, hey, babe, can I? Like, no.
Nah.
Take it serious. Like, this is a business. Like, and then that too. Like, stop texting my personal with donut pages, donut orders. Like, go to the business page. That's what that's for. Like, I shouldn't be bothered at 11 p.m. at night when I'm literally sleeping. Like, hey, can you do a donut order tomorrow? Like, no. Give me some more time, please.
Nah. Wow.
People
So
don't
November
get it
1st, I need a dozen donuts. It's a Monday.
November 1st. That was supposed to be my opening day.
It'll be
Yeah,
a
I
Monday.
know. So now we gotta change the date. We'll figure
What,
it
for
out.
this?
Yeah. There's gonna be like.
We're gonna do
perfect-
another
dropping.
one specifically for this. Was like the intro. Then we'll do another one.
Nah,
for
we
I
had
think
fun
she's
though.
gonna be on again.
We had fun. That's why.
The second one will be like the second location one where we
Yeah.
talk. Then where I could talk about the collabs and all the
Nah,
ideas.
My
Come
people will
on.
talk to your people.
Okay.
Jesse, man.
Your people call my people. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the people.
I'm literally that person.
Nah.
Alright.
Yeah. Nah, we
The
appreciate
light's
the
been dead for a
conversation.
while. I think it's time to wrap it up. But
Nah.
thank
and
you.
I didn't.
Huh?
You keep going. Sorry.
Come on, it's the end of the thing. You couldn't just wait.
Gotta stay
Exit.
fresh.
Exit.
Yeah.
Gotta make a.
Smooth.
Good.
Smooth criminal over here.
So this entire time
Nah.
I'm talking, it's just gonna be zoomed in on her face. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Buoy Podcast. Thank you so much for Doughnut Homies and Hayleigh Noel to join the show.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. I had so much fun.
Nah,
I hope y'all had
My
fun.
boy Ken Qualms.
He's
you
a
so much.
hater.
All the time.
Nah, yo.
He's
Appreciate
a
you.
love. Donut
Thank you.
homies.
Love you. Check out Doughnut Homies. You already know best donuts in Worcester and in
In the
Massachusetts.
East Coast.
Let's go with that. East Coast.
Nah, that was smooth, though. That was good.